All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
What's going on, Colts Nation? I'm Lawrence Owen. With me, as usual, is my boy, Loyalist. And we are here to hang out and just chill and talk and have fun, man. This is, there's kind of a downtime for content, right? For content creators. Not a lot to talk about. You know, Chris Ballard hasn't went out and got, a Hunter Renfro or something to go with other guys. So people are... So I was just like, you know what? Man, we have superstars on our team. And at times when you look at them on the field, they look like superheroes the way they're able to do stuff, right? So I wanted to make this episode about comparing the abilities of our players and coaches and matching them with superheroes from the different comics and stuff of that nature. So I thought it would be really, really fun. Appreciate you, John Davis, for being in here. Apparently he saw the thumbnail and not a big Hawkeye fan, I see. What's up, D Patel? Appreciate you guys. Please don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, and tag that notification bell. Make sure that notification bell is tagged and all notifications are turned on, because I drop stuff in my NFL general, and if you don't have all notifications turned on, you may not get the notification for it. You know, if it's not about the Colts, it goes in my NFL general, and we have been dropping NFL general stuff, talking about the AFC teams, and today we'll be recording about the Patriots. You know, we already got the Dolphins and the Bills out, so go check that stuff out. Make your comments. Let us know what you think of those teams and what they can do. But for now, superheroes on the Colts. Man, look, I'm as big into DC and Marvel as the next guy. All right, I like a lot of them. I have a fig pin of my favorite X-Man. All right, and yes, that is Gambit. Okay, a lot of you will be like, Gambit's your favorite X-Men? Yeah. We were just talking about that before the stream, was we not?
Yeah. I was sitting there telling him, because I enjoy the movies and the superheroes, but I was never a big comic guy. My son loves that stuff. Shout out to my son Ace. He was spreading some knowledge to his old man, and he was sitting there talking to me about Gambit. And I knew Gambit was the guy that could turn things to where they were explosive, but oh no, he sat there and schooled me on it, and I was like, okay, and it's odd that you say that's one of your favorites. I was like, okay. Obviously he's becoming one of mine now that I found out some things.
Yeah, absolutely. And then of course, another, if you don't know who Squirrel Girl is, go Google Squirrel Girl. She is stupid powerful too. All right. Joe B says Quenton Nelson is the freaking Hulk. All right. I understand where you're coming from that. Quenton Nelson, go smash. That's great. But I want to start off, at the top of the food chain. Okay. Now obviously, we could say, Jim Irsay, but I don't know. Did you have a superhero that you would like to put as Jim Irsay?
I didn't take much time in thinking. I did, I didn't know we were going to do coaches and stuff, but I told my son, I said, let's do Ballard and Reich real quick. So yeah.
All right.
I didn't put much time on Irsay.
All right, I'm gonna put Irsay off to the side. All right, but let you know, Jim, we were thinking about you. All right, I just didn't put a lot of thought into it. If you guys right now, if you have an idea for Jim Irsay on who would match him, put it in the comments, man. Put it in the chat. I'd appreciate it. Let's drop down to the next level. That one dude, Chris Ballard, the guy who goes out and puts the team together, the guy who goes out and, does so much for the community, he does so much for, charities and helps out people and not just his team, but the people. And he's very, very straightforward. Who do you have as
All
Chris
right.
Ballard?
I got a bit of a hybrid on this one because neither of them are superheroes, but they are a part of the genre. And I had Nick Fury and Alfred the Butler because I felt like, Fury's more of the problem solver and like you said, providing the team with pieces that they need to win and stuff. And let's be honest, Alfred, if it wasn't for Alfred, Batman would be, lower level superhero and stuff. I like Alfred. So for me, that's where I was coming from. Like I said, because both of them are more behind the scenes and stuff where, like Chris Ballard is being the GM. I mean, we see him during, maybe 3 or 4 weeks through the off season, but basically during the regular season, he's more behind the scenes and stuff. And that's how I looked at it with Nick Fury and Alfred.
So John Davis says Iron Man for Ursay. We're talking about the Buku Bucks, right? I understand that. Yeah, I get that. I love the Nick Fury. John Davis says so as well. He thinks, it's great. He goes out, he gets all these guys together to form a team, and they may not look like a team at first, but he's got an idea and he knows how to direct it. So that is a beautiful, thing. Professor X is another one that you could have used, I think, putting the team, going out and getting the right guys and being like, you know what, I can use you somewhere, just because other people might say you're too small for your position, or something of that nature. I'll turn you into an all pro. All right. I got some guys here that'll help make you an all pro. Come on in. I got teachers at galore. Right. So yeah. Love the Nick Fury though. I didn't even think about Nick Fury until you said so. Let's move down one notch to the head coach. We got that one dude, Frank Reich, right? Where are we going with this?
Well, see, I couldn't give Chris Ballard Professor X because Frank Reich was my Professor X. He's the one teaching these guys. He's the one, being positive and reinforcing them through his message and stuff. He's the one that also sort of sets the tone for like you said, for the X-Men and stuff. So that's why I couldn't make Chris Ballard Professor X's, because that was going to fall on Coach Reich's shoulders.
Well, there you go. All right. I like that idea as well. Absolutely. There's all sorts of, guys who are very cerebral when it comes to, and very good at teaching, in the superhero genre. So that would really fit in well. If you have an idea for Chris Ballard or, Frank Reich, let us know in the comments or drop it into the live chat, because honestly, without those two guys, this team would not be the same by any means, right? In all honesty, if they left, who would you replace them with? It'd be almost impossible, right? At least replacing them with the quality that we have there. In my opinion, they're both superheroes in their own right. But all right. So now we got to go take a step down. We're going to kind of slide out of the coaching era, go into the players now. Now, obviously, the top player on a team right now is obviously Matt Ryan. He's the guy who touches the football every play on offense, right? And I do have a picture, of Hawkeye on there because he don't miss. Right. That's the connection there. But I know a lot of you are like, well, he doesn't have the right attitude for it. I get that too. But where are you coming from?
All right. Well, this one's sort of a play on words as well, but I used Iron Man. I mean, the dude's played in the league for 14 years and missed 3 games. That's an Iron Man, if you ask me. All right. And then you sit there and you also think about it. Who's the highest paid, or who's made the most money as far as in the locker room with players? I would say your 14-year veteran quarterback, you know what I mean? And as you said, Iron Man's, he's Daddy Warbucks, as far as that goes. But he has that leadership quality, but he also also has that, hurry up and get the heck set up, Yeah, I'm PG in that a little bit for YouTube, but barking at people when he needs to, and then also sitting there and supplying them with the needs to be successful and stuff. Like you said, it's barely it's a small step down from head coach to Matt Ryan in my eyes.
Well, so to contradict the Iron Man situation, which I get where you're coming from on that, but again, if we're going to talk about guys who don't play by the rules, Iron Man plays by his own stinking rules, right? Yeah. I mean, Nick Fury's like, I need you to do this, 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 and this, and this is the information I'm giving you, and Iron Man's like, so what are you lying to me about? All right, let's go in here and look at your secrets real quick. Yeah, so I get the Iron Man situation for that as well. But no matter where you go from it's going to be interesting. We got a lot of Captain Americas in here, being the leader of the team, right? The guy who's going to get everyone in the right place at the right time. Absolutely demands respect when he's out there. Everybody looks up to him to know what they're going to do. So I 100% agree with the Captain America situation as well for Matt Ryan. I think that's a great comparison. But let's stay on the offense. Let's stay on the offense. Let's talk about this dude that stands behind Matt Ryan. All right, this one guy, Jonathan Taylor. He's kind of quick. It's kind of hard to bring down. He kind of does everything that you want a running back to be able to do. What do you got for Jonathan Taylor?
I swear, guys, we didn't rehearse this, but you're like transitioning for me because JT was my Captain America. He was the guy that would do everything. He's got the agility. He's got the strength. He's got that leadership quality that, and he's just, let's be honest, his humble nature and just the way that he's just, like I said, he is the embodiment of what I think you would want in your professional athlete, at least in my eyes. Okay. And like you said, this team without, Captain America or JT, as you said, this team just would not be nearly what it was without him. You know what I mean? So yeah, for me, JT was my Captain America because of the strength, the speed, and just the way he handles his business.
Wow. That's something. And again, I could see that as well. I mean, he just seems like the perfect human specimen at times out there on the field, right? So I fully understand that.
And he also has that vision and the ability to see ahead. I'm like, you see him, okay, I'm going to throw this shield. It's going to ricochet off of 4 things and hit that guy right square in the eyes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, what about, I look at Jonathan Taylor and I'm just like, how in the heck did he just do what he just did? That's nothing short of magic, right? That's nothing short of magic, what he does on the field as a running back, right? One moment you think he's tackled for a 10-yard loss or at the line of scrimmage, and then he just jukes out 2 defenders right there at the second level against the Patriots. And next thing you know, he's teleported with his ring to the end zone for a touchdown. All right. Now with that, we already know who I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah.
The movie just came out last week. All right. But that's just me. Guys, let me know what you think when it comes to Jonathan Taylor. Who would you put? I see Falcon. I see Ben Grimm. That's interesting. Driggs says JT is Spiderman. He's got that spidey sense, the shift on the fly, the youthfulness. Naheem Hines, he believes, is Green Lantern because he can do a little bit of everything depending on the situation. All right. That's interesting. I wasn't really going to go towards the Naheem Hines, but do you have a Naheem Hines substitute there?
Yes, I do. And it's Spiderman, like he said, the agility, the strength, the speed, the vision, that is JT to me, or I'm sorry, that is Naheem to me. He does a little bit of everything. He makes the team better all around him. Like I said, I look at Naheem Hines as more, just the Swiss Army knife. He can run the ball. He can probably throw it. We just ain't seen a whole lot of it, run the Wildcat. But yeah, Naheem was my Spider-Man.
See, I kind of look at it now. Y'all gonna look at me a little bit funny for this, but I kind of see him as the Wonder Twins. Now, a lot of you may not know who the Wonder Twins are. You go look up Super Friends. Okay, they're two children. All right, twins, and they have an ability to change themselves into anything they want. Okay. Now, granted, in the show, it's usually like a mop and then a bucket of water is what but they can change themselves into anything they want, which means they could do whatever they want. They can adjust themselves, as you said, to whatever is needed at the time. I could see that, or I could see, the green kid from Teen Titans, that can also change himself as well. Right.
Yeah.
So,
the animal?
No.
Yeah, he turns into a tiger, and I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that just off the top of my head, that's what I was thinking. All right. Let's move on from there. Let's go to wide receiver. All right. We do have a wide receiver. I think we need to put a name to Michael Pittman Jr. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drop it in your court, man. What do you got? What do you got for him?
He's my
Beast.
Superman.
First off, hold on. Beast Boy.
Oh,
thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, John.
There you go.
Thank you.
He's my Superman. MPJ is my Superman. He can jump over taller defenders. He can, run past them. He's got this, for his position and stuff. He's got this intense strength and his vision. I mean, he's got really good vision and knowing once he catches the ball where to go. And like I said, you look at his size and he's pretty darn fast for a young man his size. So yeah, JT was, or heck on it, I got JT on the brain. Sorry guys. MPJ was my Superman.
Wow. MPJ is your Superman. He's my Green Lantern. Okay, because no matter what's thrown in his direction, he's going to be able to come up with a way of getting it. All right. And the Green Lantern, whatever is thrown at him, he could just make up something to be able to deal with that situation. Whether there's someone right in front of him and the ball's going straight to him, he's going to make up something to where he could just reach over, grab it. If it's overthrown, he'd be able to jump up and create a net to catch the ball 15 feet up in the air because of how big and tall and strong he is. In my opinion, that's Michael Pittman Jr. That's the guy. He's just able to create good situations for himself, even though it looks like a bad situation when you're watching it happen. Let's go to Paris Campbell. We see a lot of people in here talking about Paris Campbell.
Yeah, this one hurt me. I'll be honest with you, because the one that pops in my head, as much as I'm against it this year, and I'm trying to, but Mr. Glass, and I know he's not a superhero, he's more of a villain, but Mr. Glass, he can't seem to stay healthy. But on the positive side of things, he was my Flash. He was the guy that was going to be able to just blow right by you and get to the spot where he needed to be, so Matt Ryan could drop the dime to him and stuff. But like I said, my initial thought, I gotta be honest, was the villain, Mr. Glass, and that one was. I hope this year that he turns more into what's his name. Anyhow, I just hope this year that he turns more into be able to not break and stuff. I forget the character.
Well, I actually think the Flash is perfect because the Flash does, obviously the speed, but the Flash always, because of his quickness, he ends up getting hurt. He messes up, he trips over his own feet, something like that. And next thing you know, he's tumbling for 3.5 miles, gets hurt, that kind of stuff. That's the Flash. That's Paris Campbell. That's what and here's the thing. Okay. I don't know about you, but I think Paris Campbell's done a pretty good job at recovering from these injuries pretty quick, considering the type of injuries that he's had. And the Flash recovers. He gets hurt a lot, but he recovers quicker, than your average man. So I kind of like the Flash sitting there with Paris Campbell?
The reason Flash that I was sort of hesitant is because the Flash, you always associate mental anguish, what I mean? And where Paris Campbell, he's mentally tough. I mean, this young man has just fought through some stuff and just dealt with it to me in ways that I'm just like, that's just unhumanly, sit there and go through these 3 years of ridiculous luck, and still just being so positive and so faithful. So that was where I was like, okay, I can see how that sort of takes away from the Flash.
Okay. Do you have anything for any of the tight ends?
Yes, I do. I did sit there and I'll be honest with you, I didn't do any of the rookies this year. It wasn't not to disrespect the rookies. I'm just like, you know what? Let's see what you present on the field, because college and pros is different. But
exactly.
Now, as we know, Mo Alley-Cox and Kylan Granson are not rookies. All right. And I looked at Mo Alley-Cox. He's Thor. He's just this big, strong, what I mean? There again, we need him to be the leader of the tight end room this year, which Thor is sort of, the leader of, the group that he's involved with until he got with the Avengers and stuff, of course. And then Kylan Granson, for me, he was more of a Deadpool. And it's not even about his play. It's about his interviews and stuff. And like whatever you asked him that question last year about blocking and stuff, and you could tell he just had this, I want to be a smart butt so much, you know what I mean? But yeah, he sat there and he reeled it in. Yeah, so Kylan Granson was Deadpool for me.
Okay. All right. I didn't actually put a listing to either of the tight ends. Now, I know that Mo Alley-Cox deserves one, in my opinion, but I want him to earn it this year more so than what he has in years past, because, let's be fair, he's shown flashes, but he hasn't really went out there and proven himself as a number one starter. This is the year he's got to do that.
Yeah, and that's where Thor also ties in, because you think about it, Thor was in the shadow of his father and stuff all the time, trying to prove himself and stuff. So yeah, there again, that fits perfectly.
All right, let's go to the offensive line, and immediately I already know that you see Loyalist. He's smiling from ear to ear. I know what he's going to go here. At least I think I do. Where you got Quenton Nelson, my guy?
I had two. All right, Hulk. He's my Hulk. He smashes, what I mean? And the thing is, let's not forget, he came from Notre Dame, so the Bruce Banner version of him is a scientist and real intelligent. Quenton Nelson's real intelligent. The Hulk, very limited in word. Hulk smash, You guys, I love Quenton Nelson, but you've seen his interviews. He's not a man of abundant words or anything. He keeps it pretty simple and to the point. So it was either Hulk, or I also thought of Thanos, because it just seemed like when we got Quenton here, it's like a snap of a finger, that culture has changed in the locker room, which I know that was also associated with Chris Ballard and stuff. But it just seemed like once Q got in here, he really started changing the future of this organization. And like I said, you look at those two guys, and I feel like either one of those could fit.
Yep. I agree with you on the Hulk thing. Quenton Nelson, go smash. All right, that's just it is what it is. So,
and Hulk's not slow. He can get them feet moving.
Driggs stole something from me. Ryan Kelly, I have as the Thing, right? What better combination side by side is the Hulk and the Thing, right? The Thing, heck yeah, he's a big, strong dude too, right? And able to. Deep says that you're pretty good at these.
Appreciate that. I'll be honest. Like I said, I can't take all the credit. My son Ace, he sat down and schooled me on Gambit and a few of these other characters that I wasn't quite as familiar with.
He says he likes that Thanos reference. All right. What do you got for? Do you have anyone for Ryan Kelly?
Absolutely. The Beast. Because he's very intelligent, very physical. Let's be honest, we've always touted how well he can get to the second level. The Beast has that agility and stuff. I really like sitting there and putting that into, because I played center, and I'm not saying to their level or anything, but I realize how much intelligence it takes to play that game. That sounded sort of arrogant, but that's not how I meant it. I just understand how much cerebralness is taken to play that position. And to me, I think Ryan Kelly has that in spades. And that was So that, the intelligence along with the physical abilities.
All right. Well, we're about a half an hour in, and we're just now finished with the offense. So we're gonna flip. I'm sorry. I know Braden Smith, you deserve one. We're gonna move on though. But hey, guys, please, we're gonna take a moment here. Please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, tag that notification bell so that you're notified next time we go live, and share. Appreciate that. Also, training camp's coming up. Season will be around the corner. Make sure you go get some merch, man. Come check out the Colts Law merch shop. New items added every week. All sorts of items, from clothing to cups to cozies to backpacks, hats, just miscellaneous items that you can get around the house, even phone covers. Just check it out. Let me know. Send me a message. Hey, is there something that I'm missing? Go feel free to ask. This channel is proudly sponsored by the Backroom Collection. They do beautiful sports canvas art with football, basketball, baseball, and other sports themes. Special orders are accepted and autograph pieces are available. Many Indianapolis Colts signed pieces will be available beginning in November. Just use your discount code CL10 to purchase the pieces you want to spice up your living area. That's CL10. All right, so we're going to go to the defense right now, and I'm going to start this off, okay? My favorite player on the defense, I'm going to go here. And those of you who know me know who my favorite one is. All right. That's Group, my guy. That's Group. That's a big dude that could take on anything, and if you need something done, even if you don't know you need it done, he's going to get it done. All right, that's Group. What you got for Defo?
I got for Defo, Mr. Fantastic, Red Reed, stretching that thing out, collecting all them blockers, reaching across the offensive lineman and grabbing hold of the quarterback. I mean, like you said, you when you watch Defo play, for me, when I watch Defo play, his arms and his length is just such a problem for everybody else. So that's where I like, I like Defo as that.
All right, let's move right beside him. You guys keep using these words down here, and you're stealing from my other guy, and I'm actually going on the inside. I'm talking about Grover Stewart, okay? Ooh, do you have someone for Grover Stewart?
Of course I do. He was on the good side of things. He is my Colossus. On the bad side of things, he was my Juggernaut. I just going in, he's just going in and just beating the heck out of these guys.
I got to use him as Colossus. All right, for two reasons. Well, obviously, big dude, strong dude, has not been hurt, seems to be indestructible. Right, guy never gets hurt, and even though he is so huge, he is the nicest guy in the world, and Colossus fits that to a T. All right, at least in my opinion. All right. Oh, Driggs says Rhino. Okay. All right.
I don't know who that is.
We're going to kick off to the side, to the outside. Obviously, we got a new guy out there on the edge, but he's not a rookie. We know what in the heck he's able to bring to the team. We got to know who you got for Yannick, my guy.
I got your guy. Yannick is Gambit. My son, like I said, he was teaching me about. I always thought he was just the explosive guy. I didn't really realize, how dynamic he was in other aspects of stuff. But the thing was, I sat there and I associate Yannick Ngakoue with exploding these quarterbacks, just going in and blowing them up. You sit there and you look at Gambit, he's very agile and he's got that added strength. And to me, I look at Yannick and I don't see him as an oversized D-edge. I see like he's just very agile and very strong. And Gambit has also got these skills with his hands and stuff through his martial arts and stuff. And that's one thing we heard Quiddy Pay talk about, is how he loved the way Yannick Ngakoue uses his hands and stuff. So these were things that I was like, that's got to be my Gambit right there.
There you go. Driggs says Wolverine because he's undersized, sharp, and powerful. But
we all know who Wolverine is. Now, come on, don't do that to me. We all know who Wolverine is.
Yeah. Well, I actually like your Gambit. situation, the explosions. You want him to explode off the line and into the quarterback. That's a good fit right there. Again, we're a half an hour in. I want Quiddy to show me more this year before I give him something. Okay, I'm just going to say that right now. Same with Dio. I got to see more from Dio. John's naming him Storm. I get that, understand the hurricane reference, but I need to see more from him before I put something on him. But as we step back and we go one level back, we got this multiple all-pro crazy person out there. Who you got for Darius Leonard?
This was the easiest one for me. He's Black Lightning. To me, Darius Leonard being an HBCU guy and how he takes all that pride and stuff from being from an HBCU. And then you sit there and you also think about Black Lightning had a lot of turmoil in his life, and we know that Darius Leonard has been dealing with some stuff over the last couple of years. It's been, since the passing of his younger brother and stuff, he's just had a lot of things that, have stirred up in him personally, and then you talk about how he gets that chip on his shoulder, and that's what I sort of associate Black Lightning with. And then let's be honest, when Darius Leonard's on the field, he's electric. And for me, that one was probably one of the easier ones for me.
All right. I'm just going to lay it there. But we got a couple guys here. John says that Darius is the flash to him because of how, sideline to sideline. Understand that. Joe B's got Punisher. All right. I could fully understand that as well. Driggs is naming everybody as Daredevil. Okay.
He's got to be right at least once, right?
well, no, I apologize. Other people have said Daredevil throughout this whole thing. Like Joe B wishes Rock was still here because that would be Daredevil.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got it. And then someone else said Daredevil earlier. Don't know. Driggs. Yeah, Driggs said Daredevil earlier on. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, there we go. All right. Who's next on your list?
Okay, well, I mean, since we're with Darius, I wanted to give Bobby O somebody. And to me, he's Bishop. To me, he's sort of that because Bishop's the universe, police of the universe type of guy, so, and that's what, we look at Bobby O, he's covering the pass, but he's also in there punishing these guys whenever they try to run the ball and stuff. So I just felt like he sort of policed the area because Darius, to me, I look at him and he's the guy that just comes and flies to the thing. Whereas I think that Bobby O takes a little more time and has to be a little more reserved and then make his decisions and go for it. So, yeah, like I said, Bishop was where I had for Bobby O.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move on from Bobby O, and I'm going to go to KM2. All right. Kenny Moore. And it was perfect for me. I'm sorry. He's a little dude that can stick with anybody. All right. That's Spiderman to me. Mm-hmm. All right. I don't think that Kenny would be upset being tied up with Spiderman. He is a dude that could do a lot in a small package, able to stick with everybody, able to, sometimes it seems like he uses webs to catch those footballs, right? Mm-hmm. You remember what he did against Darren Waller? That was stupid. That was Spider-Man-esque. All right. That was ridiculous. Jumped up, skied over a dude that was 3 times taller than him and caught that football. That was Spider-Man 100% with me.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I'd like to call a little audible here. I'd like to give a different player that'll explain why I gave Kenny Moore what I gave Kenny Moore. When I looked at the cornerbacks this year, you already see a lot of the national media talking about this duo and stuff, okay? And then so for me, Stephon Gilmore is my Batman and Kenny Moore is my Robin, okay? Stephon Gilmore, he studies he studies what his opponents do, Batman is constantly, doing research and stuff, so that's why he was my Batman. And then Kenny Moore is younger, he's more finding his power and stuff, but still trying to find the path to go on. And that's where I felt like Kenny Moore was. I feel like we've seen Kenny Moore grow up from being a young man to being a well-respected member of the team and organization and stuff. So that's why he's my Robin. And it's not a slight. I mean, I know people look at Robin as a sidekick, but I don't. My eyes, like I said, you can't have one without the other. And that's why I've got Stephon as Batman and Kenny Moore as my Robin.
Oh, I got Stephon as Batman too.
Okay.
I had it. That was perfect, dude. Batman, seasoned, seen it all, studies, got a tool bag to work with, right? Out there on an island, no one, all by himself doing it. See, you got the whole Robin. I got Batman by himself. All right. Okay. He's on an island by himself. No one wants to work with him, right? It's all good though, because that's perfect in my opinion. If you look at that version of Batman rather than the Batman that has, all the sidekicks that he's ever had in his whole life, but hey, we got John Davis saying Nightcrawler. I can understand that. I can get that as well. He kind of there he is. He's got it. All right. Gotcha. Let's go. I know one more out here. And the thing is, Skylar and Kirsten says, you got me, Loyalist. You are dying for me to say Wolverine, but that's Brian Dawkins' name. All right. Well, I get that. But let's go. Give your Wolverine.
Okay. Yeah. My Wolverine's Blackman. I mean, let's start with the healing. The way this young man heals, it's freaky, and then you watch the way he plays the game. He plays it with that aggression and that just being on YouTube is hard. This is hard this week being on YouTube because it's that I don't give a crap mentality. I mean, I'm just going to do whatever it takes to win type mentality. So yeah, Julian Blackman is my Wolverine in so many ways.
Okay. I understand that. See, he's my Deadpool. All right. He's a guy. He gets hurt, but he just gets up and goes anyhow. All right. And he can give it like he can take it. All right. And I love that. And the thing is he could do it everywhere, whether it's face to face, man to man, one-on-one, he's going to take you down. And from a range, he'll intercept you too, right? Mm-hmm. So, that's the swords and the guns thing. So that's why I've got Deadpool sitting there with my boy. It's kind of funny though, because they're kind of arch rival type situation going on, but they have very similar skill sets at the same time. So, yeah, I understand. I love that. What's up? Bring the juice. Appreciate you being in here. Thanks so much, man. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I got, except for we're going to go with some special teams. I'm going to leave it up to you. You're going to take a punter. You're going to take a kicker. You're going to take a long snapper. You're going to take a guy who runs down a gunner. Who you got at special teams?
Well, like I said, being a lineman, I got to go with the long snapper, and Luke Rhodes, he sort of was like Conan the Barbarian. I don't know if he really falls in this genre of a superhero or not, but
well, that's a comic book situation. Yes.
Okay. So, and like I said, and that's where I was like, okay, I wasn't sure if that was too far of a stretch, but if it wasn't, then he was going to be the thing for me, because he was going to be the guy that just comes down and, I mean, like I said, he's more than just a long stepper. He goes down and he gets himself involved in the stopping of the returner and stuff a lot. So, like I said, he was sort of that Conan / the thing for me.
To me, we're going to talk about him specifically, all right, because we all know I like Luke Rhodes, and to me, he's Spawn. Okay.
Oh,
he is Spawn. Just all around. That is Spawn. Okay. He comes out of the deepest, darkest everything to do everything that you need right. And he's got just ability on top of ability on top of ability. All right. That's Spawn to me. All right. So absolutely. Guys, thanks so much for joining. Appreciate each and every one of you. It's been 40 minutes. I haven't eaten yet today. and we got a recording to do later on. I got a pizza down in my refrigerator. I'm gonna cook and eat up, but that's ours. And then he put down right below it.
I did. I see it.
Let me know what you guys think of our selections. All right, you're disgusting, Driggs. I ain't even gonna put that up there because oh my goodness, I almost, yeah, that's nasty. All right, that's like putting ketchup on it. That's, dude, I love mustard. Not on a pizza, but yeah. If you're watching this later, use the comments. Let us know what you like, what you dislike, what you would change, and what we posted our players and coaches to the superheroes. This is actually really fun. I thought this was a nice little fun thing to sit here and talk about. So thanks so much, and until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. That's Colts Loyalist, and as usual, have a good one.
Just because a player's not a household name doesn't mean we can't make him a household name.